Hi, I'm Greg from Algebra and Words. I wanted to take a little break from the algebra and have a little fun, so I started what I'm calling the Collections series. So in one of the playlists, it'll be all about collections, and I thought it was appropriate for my first set of collections to be on my Batman collection of various toys and other little trinkets, because of all the buzz going on around about the new Batman, the Batman movie that's scheduled to come out in 2021. And new footage of Robert Pattinson has just leaked today, so it's kind of been trending online. So I thought it would be a good time to start my collection with who other than Batman. So anyway, what we're going to do is just kind of take a look at some random pieces, and I'll give you a little explanation on each one, try to show it in the camera, and then hopefully you could leave some comments in the section below to leave your feedback. So anyway, let's get started. Alright, so you see I have a lot of pieces here. Let's start with some of the smaller things, and let's start up top. And one cool thing is the old Tiger Batman video game watch that I had probably from the 90s. You could wear that to school, play video games over lunch right on your watch. That was a really cool thing to have. And then also the Batman Christmas ornament. Nothing says Christmas like the Dark Knight. And then also notice here are, for some reason I have Batman shoelaces, and that might have been because I had Batman shoes back in when I was in grade school, and I must have saved the laces from it if they came with Batman laces, but I couldn't throw that away because that's cool. So anyway, then let's also look at this piece here, and if you notice this is a series of, see if I can zoom in a little bit, and these are cells from some of the animated series. I think this one came with one of the animated series box sets, and I believe this one came with possibly season 4 because Robin is in that. And then if you look a little lower, you see the one that must have come with my Super Friends box set because these are the Super Friends. So that's a really cool thing to have. I like putting that on the wall, looking back at all the old cartoons. And then if you can see this one, this is from one of the newer animated series. That's a fold-out poster. I really don't remember where I got that. I don't have the box set, and I didn't see all of those episodes, although they are pretty decent. So, alright, let's take a look down at some of the other things here. And there's a lot going on. Let's just start with some of the smaller pieces. And this is cool. This is an old, I think, Neil Adams style Batman pin. I don't remember where I picked that up, but I really like that. You can see that there. And then these are just two keychains that I picked up along the way somewhere. This is kind of a silver one, kind of like probably from either Batman Forever or Batman and Robin the movie. And then this one, again, I don't remember where I got that, but it's cool. It's like a rubber bat symbol. And then this is also something really cool. If you can see that, you probably know what this is. One side is of plain heads, and the other side is heads with the scar marks on it. And I think I got this when I pre-ordered the movie, the Christian Bale movie, The Dark Knight. And with that, I think you got a free kind of commemorative Two-Face coin. That's probably where that came from. This right here is a McDonald's cup top, which is a Batman Returns Frisbee. So I have that. That's a pretty cool thing. And then what you see here is a lot of the vehicles. So let's take a look at the vehicles. This right here is a vehicle. This is what everybody knows what this is. This is the Batmobile, but this is the one from the 1989 Michael Keaton movie. And I think a lot of people regard this one as the best Batmobile. And this one was a toy car made by Ertl. And it's actually metal. I don't think they make many metal toys and metal cars anymore. But a really awesome toy. And yeah. And then going along with that, let's look next at this one since we're looking at Batmobiles. And this one is a small replica toy of the 60s Batman. You see it's got the Batman and Robin. It's a little old, it's a little worn and beat up. I think my mom gave me this. I don't remember where she got it from, but it's cool to have in the collection. Everybody loves the classic 60s Batman. It's got the little symbols on the wheels. And then let's look at this one. This is also a cool Batmobile. If you notice, it's got 2 slots for 2 people. This was a candy dispenser at one point. I don't remember exactly which Batmobile this is, but by process of elimination, I think that tells me it's probably a good bet that this was from the Batman and Robin era of the movie with George Clooney, because I remember the other Batmobiles, and it's probably this one. I know that movie was not that good and didn't get great ratings, but the Batmobile's cool, so you at least have that. Alright, and then also while we're looking at the movies, these 4 vehicles here are really awesome. This first one here, actually the 4 of them were McDonald's toys that went along with Batman Returns. So let's look at the first one. The first one is a Batmobile, and it's kind of the same as the Batmobile from the first movie. It's a McDonald's Happy Meal toy, so it's just a little bit different dimensions, but the shape and the form are basically the same. But what's cool about this toy is, if you can see, when you press the button, it makes the front shoot out. And I think the relevance to that is that in the movie, when Batman had to escape people and kind of escape the Batmobile and fit between 2 narrow buildings, he was able to separate that sort of missile portion of the Batmobile out and go between the buildings. In the movie, I think these 2 pieces were removed, but on the toy, they're kept here, so he wouldn't be able to fit through the building with this. And then, let's look at this one. Also a cool one. This is, I think, the Bat Boat, a sort of small replica Bat Boat. And when Batman was fighting the Penguin, who was kind of in the underground sewers, and I think he used the Bat Boat at one point to take on the Penguin. And what's cool about this toy is, when you press the head, it makes the vehicle kind of go forward automatically. So that's really cool. It still works. And then let's look at this one next. In the upcoming The Batman movie in 2021, I believe Colin Farrell will be playing the Penguin, Oswald Cobblepot. So that's why I have this Penguin vehicle here from Batman Returns, the McDonald's toy. And if you notice, it's kind of the duck vehicle, which, if you remember in the movie, Penguin had a giant sort of rubber ducky vehicle that he used in the sewers. But also, for this car, when you drive it forward, it makes that hypnotic umbrella spin. And the 4th toy of that set is, I think I have all 4, is the Catwoman car. Catwoman was also in Batman Returns. And if you notice, when you drive this car, if you watch the tail spins as you drive the car. And that still works too. That's a cool feature. Let's take a look at this vehicle. This is a Joker van, also metal, and I think this came at the same time, possibly with the same set as this. They both feel the same. I'm not going to lift this upside down, but this has the classic Joker symbol. I don't remember if Joker, the Jack Nicholson Joker, actually had a van like this, sort of this cartoonish in the movie, but regardless, it's cool. And if you can look real close there, I don't know how well you can see it, but you can see a little Joker character in there. I really like this one. I don't remember where I got it, but probably just at the time because of Batman the movie in 1989. And then let's look at this one. This went along with the action figures, and this is the Joker cycle. And I believe this still works as well. When you press the button, the Joker face shoots out like a missile. It didn't do it that well this time, but that's alright. And try it again. Alright. put that aside a second. So this was the Joker vehicle, the Joker cycle. And on the cycle, I have Joker's henchman from the first 1989 movie, if you remember the henchman, Bob. And on this character, he had a leg kicking action, but the leg doesn't stay down anymore, so that's why I put him on the cycle, because he fits on the cycle nicely and I don't have to worry about the leg. And then we can also look at the actual Joker figure that came with the Toy Biz set that kind of went along with the DC Comics action figures that came out around the time of the 1989 Batman action figure. So this figure came out with this figure and at the same time in the same collection as this one and this Penguin. So anyway, this is a Joker, pretty classic style Joker. He had a hole in his back that you could put a tube with a squeeze bottle and it would squeeze water like acid out of his flower. And then you have the Michael Keaton Batman, and this was one of the best figures. His utility belt would come out as like a spring action Batmobile, batarang or grappling hook. And one thing that we all noticed about this action figure is that the bat symbol here was actually different than the one in the movie, because the one in the movie was very distinct and it was not exactly like this. But in Batman Returns, they brought back that sort of regular symbol. And then I also have here another one of those Toy Biz action figures of the Penguin. His umbrella would shoot off like a missile, so that was the action of that toy. Still works. And again, I guess the Penguin's role will be reprised in the Batman movie coming out in 2021. You also might notice that I have a Batgirl character right here. I don't remember where I got her. She might have come with one of my other Batman figures, it just kind of came along with it. It also might have been a special gift with one of the Batman the Animated Series box sets that I got. And then, but this is also really cool. This is a Bat Cycle that came out around the same time with the Toy Biz line of toys. And you can't beat a Bat Cycle. In the upcoming movie with Robert Pattinson, they showed him on a Bat Cycle. And this is just another cycle. If you can take notice of what happens to the little gun action here as you drive it forward, it makes this gun move. And everybody knows that Batman doesn't use guns, but maybe they were like rubber bullets or something. And another cool thing is this was a projector pop. And I still have this, and it's really cool. It still works. If you press the button, can you see that there? If you press the button, you see that it makes the bat symbol. See the bat symbol? Alright, anyway. Can't see it that well on this video, but it still works well. And then I have a Batman Pez dispenser. Had to save that. That's probably from a while ago. And then let's look at a couple more things. One of them is a Batman alarm clock. And the Batman alarm clock I got as a gift. This is also an interesting thing. It has a cool feature. It has a projector here, so it projects the clock on the ceiling as well as a bat symbol. A bat signal, I should say. And but another interesting thing about this is if you look real close at the paint job here, you might notice that Batman has kind of like the black tights, but a dark blue cape and cowl. And I don't really know how accurate that is. I don't think he really ever had a suit that was those colors. But regardless, it's still cool. It's still Batman. And then I forgot to take this one out. This is the Christian Bale action figure. Pretty plain, pretty classic. When it came out, I'm not that big of a collector, but when it came out, I had to just get one for my collection. And what's also cool about this character is it came with a briefcase. It says Wayne Enterprises on the front. And when you open it up, you can see that it comes with a nice little case of Batman's weapons. So one of them is a foldable batarang that kind of goes along with the movie. You can see the foldable batarang. That fits right in this slot here. And then it also has a grapple gun, so he can shoot that. It's spring loaded, so he could and spring up to wherever he's going. But then there's also another interesting thing here. I'll show you. It's this piece here, and I have to say I have no idea what this is. If anybody knows what this is, please let me know in the comment section below. But I have no idea what this is. I've thought about it. I don't know if it's supposed to go over his mask. Maybe it's supposed to go over his mask for when he's trying to fight the Scarecrow. If that's supposed to be like an anti-poison mask or something. I really have no clue. But anyway, that was part of the set. So if anybody knows, please let me know what that is. And then a couple more things. Let's take a look at... Get this in here. Let's take a look at the next piece, which you probably saw from the beginning, and that would be this huge Batman bust right here. You see the big Batman bust? The top comes off. It's got an opening inside. Maybe it's supposed to be a cookie jar. I don't know. I never put cookies in it, but a friend got me that as a gift, so it's a really cool thing to have like on the mantle or up on a shelf. And then I have 3 final things to show that are also from, actually from, I believe, McDonald's. So let me pull them out. And for those that had these, you're going to like to see this again if you don't still have it. But during the Batman and Robin, the movie series, or, you know, era, McDonald's released 4 of these Batman glasses. They're very good, they're very sturdy, very detailed. On the handle here, you have what looks like a batarang with a cord around it. And I know it may be hard to see, but you can see Batman engraved here. It's like bumpy. Actually, you know what? These are from Batman Forever because this has the Riddler symbol, so that makes sense. And then also, if we look at the next one, this is also the Riddler, the Jim Carrey Riddler. And if you notice here, his staff with the question mark symbol comes out as the handlebar. So that's really awesome. And then finally is the Robin one. And again, it's just another awesome, well-made glass. Not much else to see. You see the Batman Forever Batmobile here. And I know there was a 4th one. There was one of Two-Face. But I think I may have broken that or lost that along the way. So anyway, that pretty much concludes my video on my Batman collection. So I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did getting it back out. And I hope to have more in another video. I will post a video with more Batman figures in the next video that comes after this. But then I hope to post some other videos of old nostalgic toys, so everybody can kind of get a chance to revisit childhood and experience those old great memories. So thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.